lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who's new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. So welcome to today's video, which is going to be the wrapping tutorial for this turban or this wrap, which I'm going to call the Gretchen Wrap. And that is because it's sort of, you know, a virtual hug to Gretchen, who is one of my fellow wrapping sisters. And I just want to, I don't want to ever give the impression that I love someone more or someone less, but I just wanted to reach out because she has been going through quite a disaster in those last weeks. The house got really damaged by a storm, like a natural disaster kind of a situation, and she is about to give birth. She's about to give birth. And she went through this, and she even opened her house for other people who had more damage and who had, I don't know what. They lived for days and days without electricity. And besides all of that, she is so consistent in just referring people to me and giving me shout outs. And it just touches my heart because I think, where does she take the mind space from? Really, you know? And I'm so blessed to have people around me who are like this. And I love you all so very dearly. So I just wanted to say thank you so much, Gretchen, and I'm dedicating this wrap to you. All right, sweeties, that is it. Of course, this whole video is in collaboration with Wrapunzel, who has supplied everything that you're seeing here. And yeah, so this is going to be the wrap. It is a little bit on the wild side, which is nice, but you can to a certain extent tone it down, and I will speak in the tutorial part about that, because I used 4 scarves and you can also just use 2 scarves, so it can be toned down to a certain extent. Of course, whenever you use scarves, you know, toning down is a bit of a challenge because, you know. Anyway, I hope you'll have fun, and without further ado, let's go right into the tutorial. Okay, sweeties, welcome to the tutorial part for the Gretchen Wrap. I'm wearing the Black Wendy shaper, a little bit overstuffed, as you maybe can see. By now, after so many years of use, I think it's starting to look a little bit of lumpy, but that is just what it is, you know. we're all aging. Okay, so that is that. I'm going to start out with the Stellar scarf in red, and I'm going to just flip that in. Wait, I should introduce that to you in case you don't know this scarf. This one is red. It does not have fringes. It has little gold sparkles, if you can see that. It's really pretty. It's one of my most favorite, and yeah, it's super nice. Plus there is one side that is sparkly and the inner side basically is plain. So just in case you need to know that, you can also wear it the other way around on the days that are not requiring sparkles. But you know, my days always require sparkles. I cannot not sparkle, so that's what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to put this down from the top down, flipping it in the front a little bit, and now I'm bringing it towards the back, and I'm just going to tie a knot for the time being. Okay, so this is how it looks now. And this is also this kind of scarf where I think just doing a wrap like this is just beautiful. It's just beautiful. There are scarves like that where you just don't need more, you know? But anyway, there's always room for more. So now this wrap you can do with 2 scarves. I'm going to do it with 4 scarves, just purely because I want to have more colors in my wrap today. And at the end of the video, as always, you will see my completed look. So you will see that this color is basically the color of my skirt, and the other colors that I'm pulling in is purely to I don't know, to pick up those colors here in my shirt, and also to just make it more interesting. Okay, so anyway, this is one of those scarves that I'm just pulling in to make it more interesting for me. You don't have to do that at all. Okay, so this is a original 2-in-1 in light yellow. It's a very thin and lightweight scarf. It's not very wide, you know. It has fringes, and they come in a million of colors, and they are super nice for easy wrapping. It doesn't get heavy, you know, because they have basically no weight. Okay, so I'm just gonna bunch this up like this, and I want this to be just a color highlight. That is basically the only reason. So I'm putting it down pretty flat and pretty close to the front, and again, I'm just going to tie a knot in the back. Okay, So now that we have that, okay, I want to bring up one thing, and that is these. Okay, I'm going to bring this back up now, but before I do, I'm just checking that I have the sparkly side outside and the more plain side inside. So I'm just flipping them in like this. You don't have to do that, because sometimes it's also a nice feature if there suddenly is a change of texture, you know, and if you want to have the plainer side up, then that's also okay. All right, so I'm bringing this up and I'm just going to tie a knot right here. Okay, then another knot on top of it. And for now I'm going to leave it that way, but afterwards we're going to tuck this away. Then I'm going to pull in 2 sari scarves, because my love for sari scarves and anything that is in that direction, harmony scarves and all of that, is just like flying high. I can't even believe how much I love these kinds of scarves. Not only because they're so unique, but also because they create this kind of volume that I just live for, you know? So anyway, sari scarves, here we have a purple one and here we have a red one. Okay, and I'm going to take them together like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them down behind the knot of the stellar scarf. Okay, now I'm crossing over. And I'm bringing them up and I'm tying a knot right behind the knot of the stellar scarf. Like this. Okay, now we have, of course, a bit of a mess going on. So what the next step is that I'm going to flip the ends, basically all the 4 ends of the sari scarves towards the back, like this and like this, sort of, you know, crisscrossing it over a little bit. It doesn't have to be crisscross, whatever you feel comfortable with. And now, in order to sort of tie it down so it doesn't move around, you still have these 2, right? So you bring those up, and then you tie a knot on top of this, like that. And then either you can like hang it down like this, or you tuck them away to the sides, which I will do. Okay, so if you do this wrap just using 2 scarves, let me just figure out what I'm doing here. It's so hard when you do it in a mirror and then you have to figure out which way your hands are moving, right? Because it's sort of the opposite of what you feel you should do. At least that's how I feel all the time. Okay, if you're just doing it with 2 scarves, then what you do is you do not bring this back up first. You just put down the sari scarves first, tie a knot, and then you bring this one up behind the knot of the sari scarves. Basically, this one will do the job of what we did with this one. I hope that makes sense. If you feel the need that I should do an extra tutorial just using 2 scarves, then let me know. But maybe you will you will play around and see what's going on. Okay, so in this case though, we have of course this left over, and I'm just going to sort of tuck this away like right here in itself, you know, to make it a little bit more poofy, make it a little bit more sparkly here on the front. Not following any special technique, I'm just like pushing it in wherever it fits, wherever it makes sense. So yeah, and that is it. That's the Gretchen Wrap with 4 scarves. Okay, the 4 scarf version. This is how she looks. All right, so that's the side view and the back. And the other side. Of course, this is a scarf, or this is a wrap that is really, really hard to tone down, because as long as something is hanging wildly, like even if you choose colors that are like brown and black, but the second you use a sari scarf, you're going to be a looker. Okay, so Yeah, you have to know if that is something for you. For me, I think this is so cute. I just love everything you can create with starry scarves is a must for me. I just love these scarves because they are everything. If I could choose a scarf or like a scarf family, because I wouldn't just want to have, of course, one color or something like this, but if I would have the choice of just continue wrapping for the next 5 years with just one scarf idea, it would be starry scarves and harmony scarves. I would be completely fine just with that, if I have them in every color, of course. All right, so that is that. I hope you did enjoy. I hope I could explain somehow what I meant to explain. Let me know how that worked out. And anyway, if you want to order something from Wrapunzel, then please feel free to use my discount code, which is of course Queen Leorah in all caps in one word, which gives you 5% of your order, and it is affiliated. And if you do, then thank you so much for supporting me that way. It really does help. Thank you so much. And of course, feel free to use also different color combinations, different scarves. Just play around and let me know how it goes. Don't forget to tag me if you're uploading pictures with wraps that I've done previously or with this one, because if you don't tag me, there is a very high possibility that I will not see it. So, and also, you know what, it's really sweet when other people then like tag me in posts of someone else because they saw I haven't been tagged yet, and that is what makes me see those posts. So that is super nice, and thank you for just being like a family. You know, you're acting like a family and making sure that Leorah gets to see the posts. That is so sweet, and I thank you so much. So that is it. You will of course find everything that I used linked in the description box to my best ability. You will have to see what is available and what not. As of right now, nobody knows really exactly what's happening. So that's why please feel free to check that out. Also all the contacts for Wrapunzel and of course my social media and everything you will find there too. Besides that, I would love it if you were to subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed yet. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for giving me your feedback, and it's always lovely to hear from you. And besides that, I'm going to see you here on my channel tomorrow and on the Wrapunzel channel probably in about a week or so. And besides that, I hope you have an awesome day. My hugs and blessings to all of you, also to you, Gretchen. And I'll see you here then for my next video. And up until then, definitely go ahead and sparkle. Hugs and kisses. Bye.